Today we have an amazing session for you ready, how to turn your Business Central data into actual insights.
Yeah.
I am Daphne Tollner. I am a marketer at dtnext, and today I have the honor to host this session together with Tiger, who is our data and analytics specialist. And I see that the sound is working great now, so that's it. Thank you for the heads up. From a practical note, but what we already saw is that you already noticed how to do that. But if you have a question or a remark, or feel free to share your thoughts through the Q&A or through the chat, and we will dive into it during the webinar or at the end of the webinar, depending on if times it allows us to also dive into it during the webinar. Another practical thing, this session will be recorded. So if you have anything that you want to dive deeper into, or, pause it a little bit, that the recording will be shared with you after this webinar. And you can also share it with one of your colleagues if you think this might be interesting for them as well. So that is on a practical note. So let's dive into the actual content, or a little bit of an extra introduction. And that is something you probably all recognize, that when you look at your current situation, you have your data and CRM in your finance solution, in your operations team. And so actually in all different kind of places. And you spend hours combining all the data in Excel reports. And by the time you're done, all the information is outdated. So all your hard work feels like it was for nothing. Now, as a result, decisions get delayed, or they're based on incomplete information. And not per se because people aren't working hard enough, but because your data isn't working for you. How that all works and how you can bring your data in Power BI, that is where I will hand it over to Tiger. So the floor is yours.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Daphne. Thank you for de introduction. Oké, goedemiddag allemaal. Ik ben Tiger. Ik kom uit China. Ik ben blij om hier met jullie te kunnen delen. Okay, so yeah, that's the Dutch part, the fun that I can give you. Yeah, so I hope I can bring you some fun to heal the pain from the match for this morning. Okay, yeah, it's really bad this morning when I open the website to read the point. Okay, I come from China. The Chinese national football team didn't qualify, as always. So the Netherlands team is my main team, actually.
Of course.
Yeah. Now my second main team also being kicked out, which is really bad for me. That's my second strike already. So I am really sad. I was worried about this morning with this result for the match, how many people will still be here. Yeah, checking the status now, I think it's still okay, right?
Yeah, I think everyone skipped the Dutch national football team match, and they actually waited for you to tune into this webinar. So let's get started.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's the fun and not fun part, for this morning. Okay, now let's get back to the business. Yep. Today, I want to share with you not the development of the Power BI report, but how we can leverage the already existing resources that prepared by Microsoft already for us to be used. Okay, so after the session for today, you can already to start configure by yourself how you can leverage those reports with a out-of-box resource that you can use. So that is the main purpose for today. Of course, we will have a series of webinar for the future to introduce how you can do further with those standard reports. But that's for the future.
We have more content prepared for you to get up and running with this kind of tools, or because even more than tools actually, but really dive into
correct. Yeah, because Daphne only gave me 30 minutes for today. far away from introduce details about developing. But yeah, of course, we can do that maybe every month or every week.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah,
So
if
we
you
have a
like.
series prepared
Yeah.
to take you along on this amazing journey.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So regarding to the, let's say, the issue or the problem that Daphna just mentioned for the difficulty to prepare a real-time or real-time or in-time report, what we can do now is, fortunately, that Microsoft has already prepared something for this. Yeah, the reason for, let's say, you have the problem now is you have many sources, you need to stage them, you need to prepare all the data together. But when you already finish the data preparation, it's already might be outdated. And then you still need to send out those results by Excel or by email. That's really, really, really time consuming. So what we really want is a integrated solution that you can already use. Not, you don't need to prepare that every time, every day for a standard fixed readout. And what we can do is we can do with the current Microsoft solution. They already prepared with 9 functional areas like finance, sales, purchase inventory, project, and more, with more than 80 ready to use reports. So we can just install them and to configure them and then refresh them, and then you can already use that.
Yeah, out of the box.
Out of the box,
yeah.
the same day on your configuration. So it's free. The most important thing is it's free. You can use that whatever you want, wherever you want. So it's totally free. Yeah, it open sourced by Microsoft since 2024, and now it's let's say the 9 areas are fully open. You can install the app, and then if you want, if you have the ability, you can download it, you can edit it, you can just customize it all by yourself. Okay, and how this report is working, it's using the standard connector between Business Central and Power BI. So it just extracts the data from Business Central, pack it in the Power BI app. In the Power BI app, you have a semantic model, you have a Power BI report. Then you can just open the report, refresh the semantic model, boom, you have the near real-time data. Okay. There's no data warehouse needed, no ETL projects you need to build. It's just out of the box.
I think that's an important thing to emphasize, because that is kind of lowering the threshold to actually start using it.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you don't need to a whole IT team to build up those 80 plus reports, right? It's already there to ready for you to use. Okay, yeah. So I will just introduce you for these most important areas like finance, sales, and then we can go through a demo to see what the reports looks like and how we can install them. Okay, in the finance report, it's mainly for the CFO, controllers, and finance team, and you can check the profitability, the liquid, and are we getting paid on time or not. From the pages that you can already see, okay, we have a lot of reports already in this app, the overview, income statement, balance sheet. We can also check that later with the real demo. We also have the sales report, which is for the sales leaders, the account region managers. You can see where the revenue is growing and where it's sleeping. So
something you want to know as a sales.
Yeah. Also for the whole the management board. Yeah. We should know, are we really doing well or bad? So and also we have the purchasing, right? We need to buy things. We need to know where we spend the money, and or we spend money with reliable vendors, suppliers. So this is really important KPIs for you to analyze in your daily business work. We also have the inventory report that you can check. Do we have the right stock in the right place and the right cost? So all these important KPIs are already there for you to use. Yeah, we also have the project reports that you can analyze on the project's budget, on time, and are we making money from the projects or not? It's only mainly for the project managers and the service.
Yeah, so if you're a project-oriented company, this is your go-to.
Correct. Yeah.
You cannot live without it because it's your single source of truth, actually, to see how you're doing.
Yeah, I think with those reports, you can really know what is the current performance for the whole company, right?
Yeah.
With these KPIs, you already know. You don't feel the performance. You really have numbers. For the performance, it's really
instead of trusting on your guts, you also have your actual data.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So this is the summary. Now
there's one question before we head into the live demo, and probably you mentioned it during the demo, but just in case.
Yeah.
One of the questions that pops up is, do you need CE in order to use the sales reports? So customer engagement, Dynamics 365 customer engagement.
No. It's, let's say, this standard report is based on BC. Yeah. But again, it's only based on BC. The standard report. You cannot even extend it to CE with those standard reports.
No, then it will become a customized report.
That will be the customization. So if you want to bring other data sources like CE, like even some flat file from SharePoint or from Excel or from your, let's say, you still have some customized third-party apps. You can also combine those data sources.
But that is out of the scope of a out of the box.
Report. For the standard report, you can only connect with your BC.
All right.
Okay.
Let's dive into the demo.
Okay, let's go to the demo. So the first thing I want to show you is to where you can download these apps. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So we can download that from the Microsoft Marketplace. You can see in the Marketplace, we have a lot of Power BI apps already. If you search Business Central, you see that we have all these apps there. You can just download one. Let's try to use this. Okay, the finance one. Yeah, with the latest version. Yeah,
because that's a good remark.
Yeah, that's true.
Check the version.
Yeah, so we can click get it now. You need to sign in with your company account to be able to download that.
And one of the questions in the chat is whether we can share the URL. So I just put it in the chat.
Of course, yeah.
But we'll also make sure it's in the email you will receive after the webinar. Yeah,
correct. It's already, the link is already in the presentation. So we will also share that presentation with the audiences. So it's they can also find.
We'll make sure you get the information.
Okay. Yeah. Because I already have that installed, so I will just maybe install a copy, let's say a demo during the session. Okay, let's install that. It will take maybe less than 1 minute to install the app.
Well, we are in a live webinar, so for some reason, if we have a live webinar and a live demo, it never takes 1 minute.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see.
If it's longer than 1 minute, then I will just use one. Okay. No.
Oh yeah. The
network is good. Let's go to the app. Okay. So this is how it looks like in the real time. We have more than 12 reports. to display all the important KPIs in the finance area. So we have the revenues, net profit, the margin, the assets, all those KPIs are already there. What you need to do is to connect to your data. And here you need to provide the company and the environment.
Yeah.
Okay. So here I will not do that now because it will take quite some time.
Okay.
Yeah, what I can tell you is with the company and the environment configured, then you can see those data.
Yeah,
Okay.
it updates the.
Yeah, we don't plan to show the real production data for any of customers. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but this is the sample data that is already backed in.
Yeah, and as someone already mentioned, this company isn't really doing financially well.
This company?
No. Apparently.
Okay. Okay.
But it gives you an insight of when you connect it to your own company.
Yeah, so this is still the sample data. It's really not some real data. Yeah,
No,
yeah. That's
for the sake of this demo, of course.
Yeah, this is only for the demo. But yes, you can see you already can tell if it's performing well or not, right?
Yeah.
With the data.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To visualize the ID.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can see that it's really easy to use. Yeah, you can just see from the different report to see the different KPIs, different let's say purpose of analysis. But this is the ready to be used report.
Yeah. So go ahead and try it out.
Yeah.
Go to App Source and
see
if it can work.
You can set up that with your environment less than 30 minutes. I say that. Yeah. You already have a fancy financial report that you can check the performance of the company.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the financial report. I also installed the sales report there. You can check.
Again, have a little patience with us. And in the meantime, if you have a question, feel free to drop it in the chat and we will answer them as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I'm also quite curious if it already sparks new ideas of other reports that might work for your company as well. But that is something we would love to hear your thoughts on.
Yeah. So here we have this sales report. And in this sales report, you can also check the most important sales KPIs, the sales local currency, the adjusted cost, and the profit, all these things. And also you can even see the sales forecasting. And they say it's not a good data, but you can.
It's depending on the input, of course.
Yeah, it depends on the input. I think with some good demo data, then you can also see the sales forecasting. I want to show you something interesting. Yeah, you can see some your moving averages, but again, this is ready to use already. You can just try with your data. Okay, for this forecasting, it's based on your history data, considering the season factor to give you a forecasting for the future 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, we can also let's say we can also try to configure that to extend that, customize that with your requirement. That's no problem. But yeah, this is how it looks like.
One of the questions that is being asked in the chat, is it true that these reports can already be used in our current Business Central environment or in our version of Paint Pro? So is there a difference between, for example, let's say you're on-premise or you're on the cloud version?
It's related. You can see from the market, it's related to different versions. Okay. If we go to the market
Place, the app source.
Yeah, the app stores, they're indeed a version related to the app.
Yeah, so you can filter on that.
Yeah, for let's say for this version, it's for 27.0 or later.
Yeah.
That means might be you cannot use it in the earlier version because that could be some fields are missing or something like that.
Yeah.
So you really indeed you need to check your BC version and also the version for this app.
Yeah.
Then you can use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's version related.
All right.
Yeah.
And noticing the time, because we had some technical challenges while starting this webinar, we might run a little bit over time, but I hope the content is valuable enough to stay attuned in, and we'll dive into the next session.
Yeah, another interesting thing that I want to share with you is that you can easily embed these reports into your BC environment. Okay, so let's say I just want to quick show you an interesting thing. This is let's say your BC environment, and if we go to the Power BI report, if I go to the financial report, see, you don't need to leave your BC environment to open the Power BI report. Yeah, it's quite also, I think, important for some of the users that they can just check the number in BC. They don't need to go to the Power BI web portal. Okay, and another thing is that you can even relate the BC data with the Power BI report in BC, that you can do interactive check with the Power BI report from BC. You see, if you select different customers from the BC, then you can already see the numbers from the Power BI report. Okay, so it's fully integrated with your BC data.
Yeah, so you don't have to rely on the Excel reports you're building yourself.
No. And what you need to know is you can really build complex queries in Power BI report, which you cannot do that in BC, in Business Central. So this is a good thing that you can think of to integrate Power BI into your BC environment. Yeah, but here you need some configuration from BC. So do the Power BI report configuration, and there are also some points that you should let's say keep in mind. You need to link the Power BI report with these data in the BC via some technical configuration. We will introduce to you later how to do that, but maybe not today.
No, that's a deep dive for
yeah, that's too much in detail, but I want you to know that it's possible. Okay, yeah, if you have interest, then you can just keep focusing on our future session, or you can also maybe reach out to me, that I can answer you already with an email. Okay. Yeah.
Another question that's popping up, how is that when it comes to security? Will multi-factor authentication be used?
Yeah, the security is using your organization account. So it's already integrated. For Power BI, for Business Central, they are already using your organization account, using your integrated security solution.
Yeah.
So if you want to log into Power BI or to BC, it's all using the multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, so that's already making sure that people aren't able to see certain data that they're not allowed to.
No, that's not true.
Oh.
So row level security is not considered in the current report.
Okay.
Yeah, so we need to build up the related row level security.
Good point then.
In the report by customization, because currently the report is not adding the row level security. That means everyone you gave access to the report can view all the data.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is something to note and to write down.
Correct. Yeah.
To keep in mind.
Yeah.
When setting this up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
Good
but
question.
setting up row level security, that's not a complex, let's say, huge project. We can do that maybe within 2 days if you have proper setup for the security.
Okay.
Yeah, but indeed, that is some customization point.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think we have the time to go further for each report.
No, because we're in quite a time squeeze.
Yeah. But what I want to share is I made a document for all the reports, for all the KPIs, and also the logic behind the KPIs. So if you are also interested, then I can share this document with you. It's a quite huge one with 37 pages. So we don't want to go through that each page, right?
No,
Okay.
not today, but maybe another deep dive session.
Yeah.
If you're interested in this topic,
Yeah.
please let us know, because then we can do a deep dive on this topic as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, now let's go back to our yep.
While you're switching, one of the questions is, how can you combine the BC reports with Copilot? But I think that's another session as well, but I think maybe we can give a quick.
Yes, so that is another thing. So with the Fabric platform, we can already build up data agent based on your semantic model. So you, of course, you can ask questions in Power BI reports. That is a already their function that you can talk with your data via the report page, but it's a quite, let's say, simple function in the report. What we can do more with data agent is based on the data in Fabric or in your Power BI semantic model, we can build up a data agent. And then
that's the next level.
Yeah, then that's the next level, how we can set up the data agent, how we should build up the instructions for the data agent to answer your questions. That is for the coming session. But the thing they can do is based on your data, your instructions, and the ontology of this whole data platform and your company, it can answer your questions or the customer's questions, okay? And then you can integrate this data agent into your Copilot Studio or publish that to Teams. Then you can discuss with your agent via Teams. And then, you don't need to go to check the report again.
Yeah. So thank you, Marcel, for that question, because I think now we're only scratching the surface, but I think once you dive into that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will have a separate session for this data agent because it's so important.
Yeah, it's such an important
for
part.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So now we need to check whether it's suitable for you to just use those standard reports, okay? Because there are indeed some let's say limitations for the standard report, because it can only connect to one environment, one company. So if you have multiple companies in your environment, then you need to consider to build up several reports for finance for different companies. Or you need to combine all those data into one report, but then that is a customization. So for the standard report, you run a single company with a fairly standard processes. Yeah, you need you want to use it right now, this week, not next quarter. So it's just out of box reports that you can use. Okay, and your teams are happy with slicing or filtering the current report. They don't want to build up logic or to write DAX measures by themselves. So in these cases, those standard reports are really failing for you.
Yeah, and a good start.
Yeah, it's a good start. You don't need to spend too much resources. You don't need to spend too much money on these reports. So it's really suitable for you. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. When you need to really do the customization, because when you want to combine the data between financial report and sales report, or you want to combine the project reports, you want to combine the inventory reports into one big report, then it's something that you need customization, because the current standard report is really area focused. Okay. And if you want to develop your own KPI logic, you need to write some DAX measure, or even you need to build up a data warehouse before this report, because some of the logic are too complex to write down in Power BI report. Yeah, because Power BI is not a data warehouse tool. It's more a reporting tool. Okay, so if
it's like the layer on top of it, actually.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's when you really need to build some data warehouse solution. That is something that we can talk later with the Fabric session, because Fabric can provide you the ability to do that.
Yeah, and that's one of the sessions we have scheduled after the summer holiday.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, and again, the multi-companies, if you have multi-companies you want to show in one report, then you cannot use the standard reports. You want to combine data out of BC, you want to do some tailored customization to the report for your company, then that is where you really need to do the customization. Yeah, and how dtnext can help you with this procedure. So we have the standard pack. We can help you to deploy, configure the standard report, and to train your team just to go live maybe in 2 to 3 or 5 days with training, with documentation. That is something that we can help you. We also can do the extend part. We can help you to customize the KPIs or to do some customization to your report according to your requirement. Of course, we can also do the customization for the whole data solution. That means
the true deep dive.
Yeah, the true deep dive. We can help you to build up the whole data solution from BC and combining other data sources like CE, like third-party tools like flat files, SharePoint, Excel files. That's no problem. We just build up the KPIs that you are really interested in, like the pre-calculation versus actual margin. Then you know in advance what it will be the margin for you if you take this order. Okay, so these are some customizations that we can also help with you with the whole Fabric data platform. We not only do development for Power BI report, but we also provide with you a data solution for your company. Okay, of course, any pack will be including the manage your refresh successful part to help you to governance and the security and ongoing support. We have the customer service team for to make sure that you have a smooth environment for your report and for your data platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's key
to
actually get the actual adoption.
Correct. Yeah. If you don't have the smooth, correct data daily, then there's no meaning you have even how much fancy the report is, right?
No, you got to trust your data.
Yeah, there's no meaning for that. So yeah, we help you to set up those things, and also we help you to maintain those things. Yeah, of course you can also do that with our training. That's no problem. Yeah. So just do self-access. If this is standard, it's already enough for you, then you just take this standard report. But if you really need some customization, then you can also contact with us for maybe half-day discussion how we can set up that together. But you can just evaluate simply with those standards, and we can already make a decision for that.
Yeah, or start with the standard and from there on.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. That's also a good option to do. Yeah, start with from the standard report and try to see if you need more. Yeah, then we can get into help. Okay, so the key takeaways. First, you don't need a big BI project to get value from your BC data.
No.
I know that every organization that already using BC, they have a lot of data in their system, but the data will not be valuable before you do analytics based on them. So it only turns into value after you make a real reasonable analytics based on them. That means you need those reports, you need those data solutions to do the analytics, to help the management board to make decisions. Okay, and the standard already covers a lot. So if you just want to try to see with a low cost to see if this is really suitable for you, it's really easy. You don't need to spend much money on this. Okay.
No.
Yeah. We can help you in either direction. We can help you to set up those standard rollout, or we can also tailor for you to make some customizations according to your requirement. Yeah. So you can also always book a 30 minutes free discussion with us to maybe set up one report based on your requirement.
Yeah.
Then you can play with that by yourself to see if it's really working, if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing. You can just feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a great offer.
Yeah.
Knowing your knowledge,
Yeah.
I would go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, as mentioned, we have a few webinars scheduled. These are the ones that are already on the website. More webinars will be scheduled because there's so much more to cover. But the upcoming webinars are on September 8th. It's about integration between Business Central and Fabric, and the other one is on October 6th, and it is how to get from Business Central to a data solution in Fabric.
Yeah.
So feel free to sign up through the website and keep the website, have it a close look, because we will keep on updating new content. There's also an amazing blog post from Tiger Online. So if you're interested in this topic, I think that one is definitely interesting to learn more about as well.
Yeah.
And then we already had quite some questions in the chats. We already mentioned or covered some of them. If you have another question, let us know. In the meantime, I already noticed that there are a few questions already popped up that I would like to ask you.
Yeah. Okay.
Since you are the expert. One of the question is, does it concern live data or does it show the data of yesterday?
You can refresh the data with a interval. Like say you can refresh your data site every 1 hour or 2 hours, then it shows your data of 2 hours ago. So it's not data from yesterday.
No.
It's how
But that's how you set it up.
Yeah, it depends on how you set that up. It's also related to your Power BI license. Okay, so if you are pro license, then I think you can refresh that every 1 hour. If you have a premium, then or you have a premium capacity, then you can leverage the Power Automate to refresh that every 5 minutes. That's also possible.
Yeah, even more real time.
Then that's real time data.
Yeah. That's a good link actually to one of the other questions.
Yeah.
Which is Power BI Pro for €12 a user a month.
Mhm.
Is this the price per company or for all companies?
For all companies. Yeah.
All
So
companies.
€12 for the pro license for all companies. So there's no special discounts.
Too bad.
Yeah.
All right. And another question, but I do think we covered that one. Do these reports only work when you work with the SaaS, the cloud solution, or also when you're on premise? But I think that was the one with the version you mentioned.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's
just to make sure that is also being covered.
Yeah.
As far as I can see, there are no other questions. If you do have a question that pops up after this session, or if you are interested in that 30 minutes session with Tiger, please let us know. Feel free to reach out to us through our emails, which are mentioned on the screen here. And then we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, there pops up one more question. So that will be the final question, because we already took a little bit more time off than we scheduled, and you probably scheduled in your calendar as well, is how about a template for manufacturing?
Yeah. don't think there is a template for manufacturing. Yeah, but yes, we have. Okay,
There you go.
there you go. We have this also already. It's there. You can use that, or you can contact with me to maybe to install it to try to see whether it works for you or not.
Yeah.
But it's there.
Okay.
Yeah, the manufacturing. Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, we will share the URL of this one as well.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So switching back to the slide deck, that is actually how we're gonna also conclude this webinar. We want to thank you so much for joining us. And if you have a question or are interested in learning more, please feel free to reach out to us. And we are looking forward to meet you during our next webinar and wishing you a lovely day.